I'm Joe Chili. Joining us on the Big Weck, Buffalo on the Rise, is Sabrina Kahwaty, who's the executive editor of Buffalo Spree. Sabrina, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Now listen, Buffalo Spree's been around how many years?
57. We are in our 57th year.
You know, God love you, you don't look a day over 20.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, so that's, but 57 years, still going strong. It's kind of hard to believe. What are some of the things, some of the most memorable things that you think of in the 57 years or in the time that you've been there? Because you've gotten numerous awards for things too, right?
Yes. 57 years is a long time. And while I have not personally been there for all 57 of them, there have been lots of memorable moments even in my time with the company. I started with Spree pretty still in the depths of the pandemic. So I was a remote hire and we still work remotely. So some of the most exciting things for me were when things started to come back that were staples, things Spree was known for, like the Best of Western New York party, the Forever Young Expo. When those events started to come back in person, that was pretty exciting.
Where did the name, I don't want to catch you off guard here, but do you know where the name Buffalo Spree came from?
That is
You
something.
don't? Is that a mystery?
Well, I'm sure there's someone who knows.
It's probably like, you know, chef's sauce or something. You know, they won't tell you what the secret is inside of it. It's a big secret. But you know, Buffalo Spree has always been very big in the community itself, right? Some of the things that you do in the community and some of the things that maybe we could look forward to.
Sure. So we have our flagship publication, Buffalo Spree Magazine, that's published 10 times a year. But what some people may not know is we also publish Forever Young, which is something we talk about on WEC, which is our publication for mature adults, the senior community. But we also publish program books and playbills for performing arts venues in Western New York and beyond. So we're very involved in the community. We like to sponsor events, donate. So Buffalo Spree is really, we want to be part of the community, not just a resource for it.
And what's Buffalo Spree like on the inside? Is it like one big happy family?
Yes.
It is?
Yes, we are a small company. I think that some people might be surprised to know how small the team actually is. So it's a lot of people working really hard and just by the nature of it, working very closely together to get a lot of things done. So we gotta work together all the time.
You said that you kind of started during COVID, right? So what was the biggest surprise for you or the biggest change when you started going into the office? Did it make you feel uncomfortable?
So I don't go into the office daily. Most of our team still works remotely. We have some people who are in the office every day, but other than that, I go in for meetings. I go in, we have all staff meetings where everyone comes together, or if we're conducting interviews or business meetings like that, we'll go in. But I do work from home most of the time. When
you start looking for topics for Buffalo Spree or Forever Young, for whatever it might be, is there like a roundtable discussion that you have, or is it something that you just kind of pick up on your own?
So I do not come up with all the content by myself. I would be shocked if any editor in the world does, because one of my favorite quotes, and I of course can't remember who said it right now, is that being a leader isn't having all the right ideas, it's just having the brains to know when you hear the right one. So I come up with ideas for stories, of course, but my editorial team, my freelance writers, and the community, honestly. I get lots of emails from readers, from Western New York community members telling me, hey, here is something awesome that you should know about and you should cover.
How difficult is it to tell somebody, if they come up to you with an idea, they think it's great, for you to say, I don't know?
Well, I don't like disappointing people. I mean, who does? But the thing is, if something is not a fit for us, usually I can explain why, so at least the person knows it's not just that I didn't like their idea. But most of the time, it's not that something isn't a fit, it's that we work about 2 months ahead. So sometimes by the time someone brings an idea to me, our content is already determined for that month and we're working on the next one. So I'll put it in my file of potential stories and I'll tell them, thank you for sending this, I've got it on file, and I'll circle back when I can.
So Sabrina travels into the future every day. She's a future
traveler. Christmas in my mind.
Yeah, is it difficult to really bring yourself back and say, what is today?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I would imagine it would if you're working like that, if you're recording or if you're writing or whatever in advance. Is there one thing that you're most proud of in the time that you've been there?
Oh gosh, I'm really proud of a lot of things, but I am especially proud of a couple new columns we've introduced. There's one called Working Together that focuses on different organizations in the community that are working to bring about positive change. So it's really great to highlight those. We also have a column called We Knew Them When, which highlights expats from the area, so people who grew up here but are now not living here anymore, but they're out doing awesome things. So those are two new columns that have started since I've been executive editor. Both were suggested by freelancers or members of the editorial team, and so I was proud we were able to bring them to fruition.
You know, you've gotten some awards too, local awards, national awards, things like this. What kind of awards has Buffalo Spree got?
So Spree's been recognized as a company with more than 75 awards from the National Association of Mature Publishers and also the City and Regional Magazine Association. And those awards have been for editorial content, design, and also 3 awards in general excellence.
And you have them framed and in your office?
At the office, not at my home office.
Not at
the
home.
Buffalo Spree office,
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, if you want to see the awards, come on by Sabrina's house. We'll show you where we have this entire room of just awards. I think that's just awesome. And anything that we should be looking out for in the not too distant future?
Well, we're bringing, like I said, our events are all back, so we are planning for our Forever Young Expo, which we're really excited about. We do our annual surveys, the Forever Young Faves and the Best of Western New York Awards, so always be on the lookout for those, because without people to vote, the awards don't exist, and we've been very gratified by people's participation. Sabrina
Kahwaty, thank you so much for joining us. It's been very intellectual, very informative, let's put it that way.
Well, thank you.
You always do a great job. For more information and answers to your questions, contact Buffalo Spree by calling 716-783-9119 or go to buffalospree.com.
Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by the following. Thanks for watching this edition of The Big Wack Presents Buffalo on the Rise. For information on this and other shows, go to our website, bigwack.com, and find out how you can participate on the program if you're a hometown business. I'm Joe Chili. Thanks for watching and listening to The Big Wack, Buffalo's oldie station.